up? Welcome back, family.
What's going on? Welcome back.
We have been away for a little while.
We have been away a little bit. Apologize for that.
Vacation.
Our family was on spring break, rather.
Spring break.
So
vacation. It happened. So
our kids, their school they'll be gone in a couple weeks.
Around Easter time, our school will be out on spring break.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool, man. Well, welcome back. This is Damon.
This is Mike.
And this is a damn good show. Where we at, man?
Well, this is episode 10.
We don't have any more fingers. This is it.
This is it. This is episode 10.
Episode 10.
And, well, first of all, what'd you do for spring break?
Oh, we're going to do some recaps. All right. Yeah. So, spring break was interesting.
Okay.
Let's just say that, because I haven't briefed you on everything that happened.
Okay.
So long story short, the family went down to the Keys in Florida, and we went camping in Key Largo down at John Pennekamp. Really cool spot. Highly recommended it if anybody wants to go. We drove down. We were going to meet up with some friends on Saturday in Miami, so we kind of cut the driving a little bit. Stayed in Miami for a night, and then we went down, set up camp on Sunday. Sunday night went okay, and then Monday we had a huge storm.
Oh, that sucks.
So we have this tent that we bought back in 2008. It's been awesome. It's a Coleman tent. We call it Hotel Abercrombie. It's a big 2-room tent. You can fit about 8 to 10 people in it. But
now it belongs to the ocean?
No. It rained. We thought we had everything good to go, but for whatever reason, the seams and stuff were leaking. So 4 o'clock in the morning, Tuesday morning. Well, yeah, we started feeling it, and then it started dripping down, and I guess for whatever reason, it finally gave in a little bit. So all Tuesday was kind of crappy weather, so we drove around almost the entire day, which kind of sucked. If you're looking for a tent down in the Keys, bring it with you, because there's no stores that sell them. We even went to Bass, so I was really pissed. We went to Bass Pro Shop, and every Bass Pro Shop I've ever gone to has camping gear. It's a huge store. Well, guess what? Just so you guys know, if you go down to the Keys and you go to the Bass Pro Shop on Marathon, or it's in Tavernier, I think, or something like that, one of those, they don't have a camping section. And
they got fishing, though. Bet you they have a fishing section.
It was all fishing.
Oh, okay.
It was all boating and fishing stuff. So the stupid part about it, so we took it all in stride. I give props to my kids, my wife, even to me, for holding it together for the whole day, because we quickly in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, we're ripping stuff out of the tent, shoving it in the truck, just to make sure nothing got wet, because we didn't want to go home. So we spent the entire morning. We left right in the morning, got a quick bite to eat, and we headed to Walmart, thinking, well, Walmart's usually got some decent stuff. Well, they did. They have tents, but they're not very good. Okay. And half of them didn't even have rain flies, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to get one of those. So we had driven all the way up to like Homestead. And then we turned around, I'm looking on my phone, I'm like, oh, it's Bass Pro Shop down in the Keys. Well, it's an hour and a half back down the other way. So I turned around and went an hour and a half back down.
Well, if any of you have ever been to the Keys or haven't been to the Keys, isn't it about like a 3-hour drive from Miami?
From Miami to Key West, it's a full... 3 hours.
About 3 hours. And just keep in mind, from what I heard, I haven't had an opportunity to get down there. Yeah. But it's a single lane, right?
Most of it. There's some double lane. Some of it's double lane. But yeah, essentially it's single lane. Now, luckily it was during the middle of the beginning of the week, so there wasn't too crowded. Okay. But anyway, I'll try to keep it short. Sorry. So we went up to Homestead, went to Walmart, didn't like what they had. We drove all the way down to Bass Pro Shop. We got there about 10:30, 11 o'clock. It started to get kind of busy because it was raining. Everybody was out. We walk in there and nothing.
Unless you were fishing.
Unless you're fishing. So we were a little dejected, but we went and got something to eat. Turned around, started looking on the phone. Okay, I guess we're going to have to go to Dick's Sporting Goods. There was 2 of them up near Miami. So we drove back up an hour and 40 minutes. To get back to Dick's. So we get up there, we found a tent we really liked. It's actually a really cool tent. It's also another Columbia dome tent. Anyway, took it back down to the campsite, got everything set up, kind of hung out for the evening, kids dried off, got everything set up, read some books, went to bed. The rest of the week was awesome.
Okay.
So later on that week, one of our mates next to us, there's a lot of people with RVs down there, right? It's just RV city everywhere you go. We were one of the few dum-dums that had tents. But the guy had a boat and his family had left. So he offered on Thursday to take us out. So we went out to the Coral Reef, went snorkeling for the first time. My kids, I've been snorkeling twice in Hawaii, but they got to go snorkeling, came back. We headed down to Key West for a day and a half, which was awesome. I'm definitely going back, but a day and a half wasn't enough for us.
I can understand that.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me a lot of a mix between like New Orleans and Charleston.
Okay.
Kind of the feel. And then Sunday this past week, we drove straight back all the way home, 8 hours. It was usually 7, but there was a lot of traffic on the way back. So,
well, people coming back from spring break. So
at the end of the day, we had a great week. It was awesome. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Now I got to get everything cleaned up and put away in the garage. So,
well, my week was.
That was our week.
Hey, I was here. I worked and sent my son to school. My wife went to work, and that was our week.
Well, sometimes that's what. So when you go on vacation, you could come back with
I'll come back with a story.
Probably better than my stories, but
yeah,
we definitely got rained out.
I go glamping. I don't really go camping.
We're gonna have to take you guys camping.
I would be one of the RV people.
Well, so I'm lucky, and my son's almost an Eagle Scout, so he's very familiar with camping. My daughter loves it, and actually my wife loves camping. We had a great time. It was nice and relaxing. We didn't really get into a whole lot, but
yeah, I'm a luxury scout, so you know, I look for luxury when I'm out.
Glamping's cool.
Yeah, glamping works for me.
For some people.
It's awesome. Awesome. You got TV.
Actually, I work with a lot of military guys, right? And that, of course, they're like, yeah, I've been camping before. You know, when they're out there. So my version of camping now is in a Marriott.
Well, seeing with that said, we can transition into our main topic for
What's
today.
our main topic today?
Main topic today.
Big news this week.
Right now.
Actually, you know what?
Currently.
Can we, actually, before we do that?
Yeah.
There is one recap I missed.
All right. He has another recap, people. Something about
Sweet 16, baby.
Oh Lord, Virginia Tech.
That's right. Now the downside: Virginia Tech will be in the Sweet 16 Friday. Hopefully, when this video goes out, we will have to play Duke.
Hey, and if you guys missed that UCF Duke game, phenomenal. UCF,
it was a really good game. I have to give props to UCF. Everybody knows I'm not a huge UCF fan. Just not.
Hands down to the Knights.
But I got to give it to you guys.
Hands down to the Knights,
dude.
That's a heartbreaker.
Dude, Dawkins is doing a killer job with them. Between they had a lot of seniors, a lot of people they built up the last couple years. That was a great game.
And one of the things that a lot of people may not know, he's real down to earth. I mean, he's
I'm sure
a real cool guy. His whole family is. A lot of the players are. I mean, it's
his son is sick. Yeah. Aubrey is like, I was impressed. I've only seen him play a couple times. You know, here locally, just watching some of the games, but he put on a show.
Yeah.
I mean, even Taco played really well. I know his name's Taco, but Taco Fall, big props to you, brother, man. You did awesome.
Big top, big.
He wouldn't even fit in his frame right now. But anyway, sorry to pause that, but
I know for Virginia Tech.
I know, but listen, man, the Hokies made the Sweet 16 for the first time ever. Like I've been waiting. And actually, secretly, I was hoping that UCF would win so we could play UCF.
That would have been cool.
That would have been a really good game. But we are playing Duke. We beat them last time, but they didn't have Zion the Beast. But we also didn't have J-Rob. 5. Give it up for 5. He's back. I know he doesn't know any of these players, but Justin Robinson's back, one of our senior point guards. So anyway, yeah. Whatever, man. We're in the Sweet 16, you know not. All right. He's also a hater because you went to Maryland. Anyway.
Hey. It is what it is. It is what it is. But anyway, back to the main topic, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
As of right now, there is a $750 million jackpot. Now, by the time, Powerball. By the time you guys see this video, it could be higher, or there may be a winner.
One of us.
There may be a winner going on.
We might actually get a real studio.
Yeah. But we wanted to talk about the lotto, the ups and downs of winning the lotto. And, you know, everyone has their stories on, hey, if I win this, you know, I'm going to do this. And there are a lot of people, I've heard their stories.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that don't have a plan. It's like, I'm going to travel. I'm going to do this. I'm going to buy this.
Well, realistically, who actually thinks they're going to win?
Everyone that plays.
Nah, I mean, because the odds. That's why people don't have a plan.
If you guys don't know, the odds, in most cases, if there's a 6-digit, like you got to pick 6 numbers, so 5 and then a bonus number, I think the odds in winning is 1 in 174 million to something.
I thought they gave it to you on the website. I was looking on the website.
If it's just 6 straight numbers, I think it's 1 in 13 million. Chances of winning. But if it's 5 numbers and then a Powerball number, it's like 171 million to 1.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And so, you have a better chance of being struck by lightning twice than actually winning the lotto.
Well, they do say the old adage is what a couple of easy ways to make money in the U.S. is go get a job and then play the lottery.
Yeah.
It is actually, but what are the odds?
But the odds are 0
if you don't
absolute
play.
0 if you don't play.
Now, and actually now's the worst time to play.
Yeah, because everyone's playing.
See, that's the thing too. Everybody says, "Well, why am I just going to play when it's $750 million?" You should play when it's $20 million. I could still do that.
Well, for me, I don't play the lotto regularly. I play the lotto when the numbers are this high. I mean, just for me, because it's like, all right, well, hey, if the lotto every week is $20 or $40 million, right. So that's $1 a week, and that adds up over time.
I do see some crazy people at Publix. They play it every single
every day, and I mean, they be pulling out hundreds.
I guess they're using their retirement money just to pay. So that's what they're doing.
Plan.
Instead of investing, they're taking their retirement money and they're playing the lotto to try to hit it big. So.
Yeah. So me, I really only play when the jackpot reaches a certain dollar amount.
300 million,
and it's like
400 million.
You know what? Hey, why not throw $1 or $2 in there just to see if you win.
The problem is it's not just $1 or $2. It's $2 just for the ticket.
Well, it's $2 now.
And then it's another $1 for the Powerball. So it's $3 for the whole thing.
No, you can do it for just $2.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That won't get you the Powerball.
It will get you the Powerball.
I just bought the ticket.
You're going to have to show me that one because it's $2. You get that and the Powerball, but that's the Power Plus, which you're thinking about. So you're looking at the Power Plus. So the Power Plus multiplies.
Did I get
Yes.
dipped?
The Power Plus multiplies.
Oh, the Power Play.
Yes, that multiplies the jackpot.
I thought that was the Powerball.
Nah, that's the Power Play. So that multiplies your winnings. So
see, this is what these people want. People like me who don't know what the hell they're doing.
So if you win the jackpot, if any one of those numbers, the series
all right, so what if I get all
of
that and the Powerball?
It doubles. So you
from
win
750 million to 1.5
you'll win. You'll
billion.
win that double or whatever your power play is, or however many power plays you added on there. It'll multiply times that number.
Are you sure?
Yes. Absolutely.
All right. Well,
absolutely.
I'm an idiot, but
so
if I win, guess what?
And then for instance, like if you didn't get the Powerball, but you got like 5, and so I'm educating him, and I don't even really know how to play that well. If you just get 5, and so whatever your winnings would be for the 5, well, let me rephrase. It doesn't multiply the jackpot. It only multiplies if you don't win the jackpot, but you win something. So multiply. It multiply
right, so it's not
those numbers.
You don't. Okay, I got
it. So
right.
it doesn't multiply to 750 million, but
it's for the other.
Like if you win $1 million, and then to multiply that $1 million by whatever your power.
All right, well that was worth it then.
Yeah, so I mean, there we go. A little education.
I'm an idiot, man.
It's not an exact science as far as how I relate it.
This is the one time a year I'll play.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's $750 million.
Why not?
Right, and so we did a little research and we were looking into it, and on average, like we already went over the numbers as far as your odds of winning, but say you win, there statistically there is a 70% chance that you will file for bankruptcy,
go broke
within the first 7 years of winning the lotto.
That's stupid.
That's how it's happened. 70% of people that have won jackpots in the U.S. have filed for bankruptcy.
Well, you think of the different demographics of people who actually win, right? So let's say it's someone on the street or just doesn't have a whole lot, didn't grow up with a whole lot, maybe teetering on the poor level, if you will. They don't understand what that money means. But even people who grow up, middle class, don't really have an understanding of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe mom and dad pay for a lot of stuff and they didn't really have to manage their money. That's actually one of the things we talked about it a couple episodes ago about managing your money and understanding finances and stuff. But people aren't taught how to manage money. So when you get that amount of money, you kind of think it's unlimited.
Yeah.
We'll tie that in actually before with like student athletes.
Well, shoot.
When they become professionals. Once they become professionals, they don't know what to do with it. That's why
I knew a guy. I'm not gonna put his name out there. He played in the NFL, and great guy. Went to school with him, and this guy was bringing in, every week they get a check in the NFL when they're playing, and so he was bringing in, thousands upon thousands of dollars
every week.
A week. And we all went to Vegas one year, and it was like, don't even worry about it. I got you.
Sure, yeah.
And I'm that type of person. I'm not going to take advantage of somebody. So, I'm trying to offer money. But the hotels that we were staying at were comping him because of how much money he was gambling.
Oh, yeah.
And I tell you, one time we went down and we were walking out of the hotel to go do some activities, walk by roulette. That man put $25,000 down on black.
Yeah, just because.
My heart started to hurt.
When it hit red?
Yes, and he did not win. I mean,
I've done that. I actually have done that with $1,000.
Yeah.
And that hurt me.
Yeah.
But I think I was drinking that night, so I just did it.
Alcohol would do it. That's why they give you.
I won.
Keep bringing it. Well, see, that's good.
But then I went to the crap. No, then I went to the craps table and left. So the worst part about craps. Mm-hmm. Now we're getting into gambling. Is you start leaving your money on the table instead of pulling it off. Mm-hmm. There's certain parts of the table where you have to leave it on, and other parts where you put it on and then take it off. I just left it on, and I was winning and winning and winning, rolling, and then finally I crapped out, and I had all this money left on the table, and I was like,
crap.
Oops. Yeah, crap. That's why it's called craps.
Yeah. But anyway, going back to the lotto, which is still all ties in because it's still gambling to an extent. I think it even goes in as he's talking about us not being educated about knowing how to handle large sums of money financially. Many of those people, a large percentage of those 70% is not necessarily with bad money management. I guess to an extent it is, but it's really poachers,
leeches,
family members, friends, cousins, the bully in kindergarten that picked on you on the playground. They all come out of the woodworks, and they're looking for their piece of the pie.
So do you think in reality, because I feel like I have enough wherewithal to understand that I am, of course, if I win, I'm going to help some family members out, people I know, friends or whatever. But I'm going to have to set myself like kind of a limit. Mm-hmm. I know that going into it, but I don't, I'm hoping I can hold to that.
Well,
you think you could do that?
That's difficult. I used to have a problem with that. Is just learning how to say no. Yeah. And there are a lot of people out there, especially when like, hey, my situation is better. My situation is good. Let me try to help as many people. Well, the challenge is that there are certain people out there. No matter how many times you help, they become leeches. They're like, hey, you know what? Thank you so much. You helped me out in this bind. Yeah. But I got this one more thing. And there are people that have those big hearts that it's like, all right, hey, but you got to do better. And then that person stumbles again. Yeah. It's always a sad story.
And then when you say no, you're worried about them like being angry with you or whatever.
And so there's an emotional component to it. But really what it boils down to is, again, the financial understanding financially that you cannot help everybody. No. You think about Bill Gates. Bill Gates, philanthropist. They have the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Yep. They're contributing millions upon millions of dollars into certain projects and things that will help people on a vast scale. And so they're not just taking individual requests where
no, they have to vet all that stuff.
Tom, Dick, and Harry comes through and says, hey, my family fell on hard times.
Yeah.
You got the money. Can you help me out? They could easily do that for one or two people, but think of the vast expansion of people throughout the U.S. that have financial struggles. They would not be able to sustain that if they were to do.
That's why they put the program in place, right?
So they have programs where they can vet organizations that
they make
on a
it.
larger
They make
scale.
it. They give it a purpose.
Yeah.
So Chan Zuckerberg, Mark Zuckerberg's wife, has the same. She has Chan Zuckerberg Initiative (CZI), and they do the same thing. So they're trying to help with education around the world. So you put in a request and to try to get funding for whatever nonprofit or whatever. So there's a process you have to go through,
and it falls within a certain scale.
Yeah.
And so
those are good examples to use even at a personal level, right? To be able to, figure out who you're gonna help, who you're not gonna help.
Hey, because you just simply can't help everybody. That's impossible.
Or you just set a limit and say, like, look, for family members, let's say, for instance, I have 2 sisters and a brother, and of course my parents. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other people, and you say for each 5 of you, I'll give you a set amount, and then for right now, sorry guys, I need to work on investing it and explain to them like this is what I'm going to do.
But you know what? That puts you in a certain situation too. Because you'll have family members that you'll say, hey, this is the plan. I'm going to lay it out.
Yeah.
I want everybody to understand it. And then you're going to have those individuals that's going to say, remember when I got these Krispy Kreme donuts? She didn't do that for you.
Sorry.
And so it then boils down to you're fighting individuals that feel as though, well, you have this vast amount, but you're only giving me this small amount. That's not enough. That's not fair.
And then after you give them the money, like then you go on a family vacation. Guess what?
They want you to pay for it.
You still end up paying
for it. So that's not necessarily a bad plan, but it also puts you in a situation where you're going to come across those individuals that feel as though, although you're helping me, you're not helping me enough because I did this for you, I did that for you as you were growing up, or remember that time your car broke down and I came to get you, and so
it's amazing we have to go through this thought process, which actually I'm glad we are, because if it does happen, right, then we could say, oh well, at least we put some effort into it. It's not like the guy they interviewed down here. I'll give you a Florida moment, right? So you guys all know we live in Florida.
Or the Florida man.
This is a Florida man thing. Yeah. Totally legit. Live on TV, they went around when it got to be, what was it, $500 million was real big, like 2-3 years ago.
Well, it made it to 1 point.
Well, it was the 1 billion.
Some billion.
Yeah, no, it was the 1 billion when they were going around. People were standing in lines trying to get tickets or whatever, and the lady walks up, the reporter. She walks up to this dude, and he's sitting at the counter filling out his stuff, and she said, "Excuse me, sir. Excuse me." He turned around. She's like, "What would you do with the money if you won $1 million?" He turned and looked at her. He says, "Hookers and blow."
And that's why he didn't win.
That's why he didn't win. But hey, maybe there are people like that have won, and then they blow it all.
Like that's 70%. Like
a year.
And 7 years is the average, and so part of the reason why we wanted to have this conversation with you guys, and the likelihood of anyone watching this winning the lotto is nil. I mean, it's
slim.
Very slim, but there is always the chance. If you go out and play, it's better than zero. And I've had this discussion, like I said earlier, with a number of different people, and I have a plan, and I want to share that plan with you.
I was going to ask you, what would you do if you won $750 million?
So a lot of people don't realize, if I won $750 million, no one would ever know.
Well,
would not know.
There's a thing with that. That would be my plan too. Yeah. But I think it's made public record.
I have a solution to that.
How do you get around that?
You get around the public record because there are certain states, if you win in a particular state, that there has to be someone to come and claim it.
Can you do it under like a shell company or something?
That name has to be used. And so what you would do, and why there are certain individuals, like when they win, you don't hear from them, like they're waiting for, like, who won? Like, we know that there's a winning number. Yeah. What they do is they go out and they find a reputable attorney, hopefully somebody or somebody that you got through a trust.
5%.
Yeah, and what you do is you open a trust.
Oh, okay.
You open a trust, and that trust becomes the entity that claims the lotto. So it's not in your name, and you have an attorney or a representative.
They don't have to disclose who owns the trust.
They don't have to disclose any name on the trust, just the trust name. So we're filming with a Canon camera right now, and so the trust, if I were to win, just hypothetically, would be the Canon Trust, and so you'll have a representative that will go to the lottery organization and then claim the winning under the trust.
Blue Knight.
It won't be that.
We'll never know.
It won't be that. And then from that point, all the lottery winnings go into the trust, and then the trust, once you set it up, will pay out to any individual.
Well, then you
or
can
any
set it up with like
however you want.
IRAs or any kind of investments and things like that, and it can be protected.
Yeah, and so it's just paying you. So you get paid from the trust, and then the good thing like that for those individuals that don't take the lump sum, which
that's a big question. Lump sum or long?
I would do
payouts?
I would do the long-term payouts, and the reason because once you have it in the trust, it'll continue to come into the trust. If you were to die tomorrow, God forbid, lottery winning stop, at least from my understanding.
I think so.
Because you're dead. They don't have to pay you anymore. But if the trust is established, they continue to pay into that trust because the trust is internal.
But the other thing is, so the lump sum, from what I understand, is only a percentage, and I'm using 50%, whatever, 75%.
Well, you got the taxes, and then there's a penalty.
But then there's taxes, and then there's penalty.
Yep. And so
the lump sum, actually, even though it says 750, they say the lump sum is smaller, and then you get taxed, and then you get penalized for it.
Not that it's a small amount, but for $750 million, if you were to take the lump sum, you'll probably be around I would say somewhere around $300 million, which there's nothing to gawk at all. But that's a large chunk of that money that can, be generational changing. Your kids, your grandkids, your grandkids' kids. And you have that money continuously coming in. And then, once you pass on, you have your kids that then, get to earn from the trust and things like that. And there are stipulations that you can set up, a number of different things, number of different ways you can set up. But that protects you, because part of the challenge with people that fall into bankruptcy is that you start getting called from legitimate investors, scammers, like I said, the bully from kindergarten, your third grade teacher.
People always want to do a startup company.
There's always a number of people that are, plugging things in your ear, and you're like, oh, well, that sounds good. And you start investing not necessarily in the most profitable manner.
Sure.
And then that's where large chunks of your money starts to go away. So if no one knows you won, and you have the ability to live modestly, you're not going out and buying the $18 million Bugatti that they just released a few weeks ago.
12. Didn't it go for 12 and a half?
No, I don't remember. I know it was priced at $18 million.
They made one of them.
Yeah. So
one person bought it for $12.5 million.
If you're living modestly, there's nothing wrong with going to get a nice house. I personally, I would definitely move out of my neighborhood, go get somewhere, nice big home on a lake or an ocean somewhere.
Just to have it somewhere.
Just to have it somewhere.
I need a big house, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I
don't need like an 18-room mansion. A 5-bedroom.
My wife and I talked about it. We'd have like little houses throughout the world that we could go to and visit. I can see that. That would be awesome. But they would mostly be investments.
Yeah.
That's what the celebrities do. You see all the houses and stuff you see on the internet that they're selling. They'll go out to LA and buy them, Beverly Hills, whatever. They'll buy it for $11 million this year, and then 5 years later they're selling it for $36 million.
Yeah. And they go because then when they travel, they're not paying for hospitality, and a lot of people have a certain standard of comfort that they want to live in, or sleep in, and so they're paying top dollar for that. But if you already have a home there, or
there's a trade-off too. If you don't buy the house, I mean, if it's not an investment, who cares if you go now? It's actually probably cheaper for you just to rent a hotel.
Well, depending on how often you travel, though.
That's true.
Depending on how often you travel, I would travel. But I would travel a lot.
We have a lot of philanthropic things I think we would like to do, but where we would do them would be the question.
Yeah.
Whether they're all here in the States or globally. So
yeah, and then kind of piggybacking on what he said, by having the trust, it gives you the opportunity to invest and do other things philanthropically, without the worry of everyone just bombarding you with requests. And it also gives you the opportunity to take care of family members. And I have a solution for that. If you want to take care of family members and you don't want them to know, what you do is you have the trust pay them or just send them money.
Yeah.
And they don't necessarily have to know where the money came from. You
could set up like a recurring payment for every month or every quarter or whatever.
Yeah. Or if you want to do a one-time payment.
Well, what's good about the payouts is that you can still keep the money in there in the investments. You're still increasing your investment portfolio, and then you're paying them out of the interest.
Yeah, you can do that as well.
Instead of doing it all at once, which is taking it out and you're taking money out of the investment fund. So I mean, there's a lot of different ways I guess you could do it, but I just hope I can win. Like most people, I just well, I definitely would quit my job. Sorry,
don't tell
my boss, but no, I don't. I'll tell him shit.
Well, if we did win, you would see a huge difference in the background.
Oh yeah.
Oh, big difference.
Oh yeah, we'd have equipment changes.
Yeah, equipment changes, studio changes.
Right now, we're still in Lab Cabin, Florida, and we're not hating it.
It's fun. It's fun right now. We're enjoying it, and there's no pressure.
Hey, speaking of which, just tag on that a little bit as far as equipment studio. We made a little change this time. We want to get some feedback. We changed the lighting.
If you haven't noticed. I'm lighter. Why is that funny?
Because we always have a contrast problem.
Yeah. Always.
Lighthearted, folks. Don't worry. We're joking. Jesus. Anyway. All right. Well, lottery, man. I hope I win. Here's my ticket. I'm not showing you all the numbers.
Don't show the numbers.
So you can see the back of it. But
I haven't got mine yet. I'm going to get mine later today. But, hey, if you do play, all the best to you. If you don't play, hey, that's your prerogative. There's nothing wrong with that because you're probably investing in other things, which is cool. But
and we're making this YouTube official. If I win, I got you.
And if I win, I got you.
That's what I'm talking about. So.
I might not have all of you. Some of you I will, but not all of you.
And we will continue the show, by the way.
Yeah.
It'd actually make it more 100%. Interesting.
It sure would.
Yeah. If we didn't have work to worry about.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I say I would quit work. It doesn't mean I would actually quit doing things.
Oh, no. Honestly, I have a plan. There's a certain venture that I want to invest in. We've already done research, and I think it would be very lucrative and beneficial for Central Florida.
Oh, nice.
Because the actual aspect of it, Central Florida does not have it at all. And there is only one of it in Florida that is not utilized in the manner that I want to utilize.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, is it just out of curiosity, South Florida or North?
It's in North Florida.
It's in North Florida. Right.
There is not one, primarily because it's not needed. Okay. But it's not needed for the purpose that it exists.
You like that? He's dangling carrots, man.
Yeah, but it would be beneficial, and it's a sports thing. It's an athletic thing, but it would definitely be beneficial.
Yeah.
For Florida athletes.
That's like those people who tell you, I had the idea for Uber. Screw you, man. You should have done it.
Well, I don't have the money to do it. It requires a lot of capital to do it.
Yeah, that's unfortunately the problem with a lot of
investors. Actually, we priced it out, and it's about $56 million to do
all right.
what I want to do.
Well, so my daughter came to us one time. We always talk about if hey, we won the lottery, what would she do? Mm-hmm. Here's her dream. She would buy a house. She doesn't need a mansion. She just wants a big house because and lots of property that she can fence in. She wants to save all of the stray animals, like dogs and cats and things like that. And I'm like,
that's. I want a farm. I would probably do the same thing.
Yeah, but you got to have a different living quarters than where you would keep them.
Yeah. You got to have acres.
Well, first of all, I'm not a cat person. I think I like cats. I think they're okay, but they're kind of like worthless. They don't do much. I like dogs.
Love dogs.
Now, my son's allergic to a lot of them. But anyway, if that would be her dream, because right now she's in middle school, but now she already thinks she wants to be a veterinarian.
Kittens are cute.
Kittens are cute, but they don't do anything.
Yeah, but I can hang with kittens.
Half cats you see don't even want to interact with you. They just want to walk around and sleep.
And then when they want you, then they come around.
Yeah, when their litter box is nasty.
Yeah.
Cats. But that's when you get one of the automated ones.
Yeah.
But if you had that much money, you're paying people to come help you. Right? But anyway, that's my daughter's dream. Now my son, on the other hand, he wants to compete with Elon Musk.
Okay.
So he has visions of creating some sort of company to better humanity. Mm-hmm. He really does have this dream, but he wants to do something similar, akin to what Elon has done. Mm-hmm. So,
but not what Elon has done on social media.
He's destroying himself with his stupid mouth. But anyway, yeah, SpaceX is cool. Tesla, we have Tesla solar panels. I want a Tesla car, but he wants to compete on that kind of level globally.
Well, if there are investors out there that want to know about my plan, give us a call. Reach out. Send a comment down. I will definitely share it with you, and we can make a change.
If I had the money, I would help.
At least in Central Florida. Well, not just Central Florida. I think it will impact all of Florida. In all honesty, because again, what is available up north is not available.
Well, athletes in general come down this way, even for high school.
Yeah.
Well, I went to a really small school, and we had one kid that was really good at baseball, and his dad moved him to Florida just so he could get FaceTime and get recruited. So it's definitely a spot for people, because right now it's cold up there and nobody's outside playing.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's all I got.
Is that good?
Hopefully, if you guys are out there playing and you win and you want to help support us, definitely
please do reach
hit
out.
us up. Reach out.
We take donations.
Comments. Definitely, 100%.
If you win, hook us up, man.
But otherwise, if we win, you probably won't know. You'll speculate because there may be some changes. Maybe
Maybe.
slowly.
Possibly.
They'll be gradual.
Yeah.
There'll be gradual changes. But anyway, we
right.
appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Thank you. Make sure you hit the bell.
The bell right
Right up there.
Yep. We got to get notifications going.
Yeah, subscribe and also like and provide comments, guys. We definitely appreciate the damnation and want to make sure that we keep this exciting for you guys.
Yeah, we definitely want to keep it going. Appreciate you guys watching. And until next time, this is episode 10. 10?
10.
We've done 10 of these.
10.
That means almost 3 months worth of work here.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. This is Damon.
This is Mike.
And this is
a damn good show. Peace. I really have rhythm.
I'm really glad I left the video.
Yeah.